Ekam Sat Vipra Bahuda Vadanti. One truth, many paths. That ancient Vedic philosophy forms the beating heart of Kantara Chapter 1. Much like its predecessor, this film channels the raw spiritual energy of the Daivas through the lives of tribal communities and the highborn kings who seek divinity in their own ways. But here's the miracle, it doesn't just repeat Kantara, it surpasses it. Yes, you heard it right. In an era where sequels and prequels are often lifeless cash grabs, Kantara Chapter 1 stands tall as a soulful, furious, and divine expansion of a world already worshipped by millions. Rishab Shetty once again doesn't just make a movie, he crafts an experience with blood, sweat, and blessings from the gods. He blurs the line between myth and realism, faith and fear, man and the divine. Hello, all, and welcome to Film Relic. Today we are reviewing Kantara Chapter 1, starring Rishab Shetty, who also wrote and directed the film, Gulshan Devaiah, Rukmini Vasanth, and Jairam in pivotal roles. The film opens with a young Shiva haunted by the mystery of his father's disappearance. What follows is a sweeping historical fiction set around the 8th or 9th century, a story that traces the clash and coexistence between the tribal people of Kantara and the royal kingdom of Bangra, ruled under the tutelage of the Kadambas. Like the first film, Chapter 1 dives deep into the timeless themes: greed of the elite, man versus nature, and the divine order of the Daivas when chaos reigns. But this time, Rishab goes further. He explores the very origins of Panjurli and Guliga, showing how faith is born, shaped, and sustained through ritual and devotion. And when those rituals unfold, particularly in the Brahma Kalasha sequence, it's pure cinematic poetry. The king's consecrated Shivalinga versus the unstructured divine spirit of the tribals, both seeking the same god through different paths. The visuals, the rhythm, the chants, it's one of the most stunning sequences in Indian cinema this year. The storytelling is dense yet deeply thoughtful. Every frame, every cut feels intentional. Rishabh and his writers know exactly when to speak through dialogue and when to let the visuals do the talking. It's myth told with precision, not melodrama. Now let's talk about the real heroes behind the camera. Cinematographer Arvind Kashyap deserves a standing ovation. The visual texture is mesmerizing. Every frame feels painted with divine fire and soil. Shooting with natural light, just fire, lamps, and amber glow, Arvind creates a visual tone rarely seen in Indian cinema. The night scenes, the burning tree, the battle massacre, all pure visual poetry. The production design by Banglan and costumes by Pragati Shetty transport you straight into the 9th century Kadamba dynasty. You can smell the earth, feel the humidity, and sense the presence of something ancient watching. Any film industry worth its salt hasn't produced a period film this grounded and detailed in years. And then comes B. Ajaneesh Loknath, who once again delivers with an unforgettable background score. His mastery of blending folk rhythms, tribal instruments, and modern techno beats adds both pulse and prayer to the film. The Brahma Kalasha song is goosebump inducing, while the BGM during the Kola and war sequences are absolutely thunderous. Editing by Suresh Sankalan keeps things sharp and dynamic, though a few scenes might feel abruptly cut, a trade off for the story's density. But those are minor quibbles in an otherwise masterful technical execution. The film's casting is another triumph. Instead of star power, Rishabh opts for truthful performances. Jairam is majestic as the king, carrying both arrogance and fragility. Rukmini Vasanth as Kanakavati is graceful and layered, not a mere ornamental princess, but a woman of conviction who truly shines in the second half. Gulshan Devaiah is phenomenal as Kulashekara, initially portrayed as a drunken, cynical man, but transforming post-interval into a force of nature. His restrained menace is a masterclass. Even the tribal cast, mostly lesser-known faces, bring raw authenticity that grounds the film. This isn't a film about gods, it's a film blessed by them. But the heart and soul of the movie and the franchisee is Rishab Shetty. As if acting itself isn't daunting, he is also the writer and director of the film. As Berme, he perfectly captures the contour from a savage to learning the trade to avenging the betrayal of his people. And then there is that whole trance segment where he gets possessed by Guliga, which is just the pinnacle of acting. His dedication to the art is praiseworthy, and there is not even a moment where it feels he's acting. So, Kantara Chapter 1 is not just a film, it's a spiritual storm. It's Rishab Shetty's devotion, pain, and passion translated into art. In a market obsessed with cinematic universes built for box office, Kantara Chapter 1 creates a universe born from the belief, blood, and the earth itself. It's dense, daring, and visually divine. Yes, there are small flaws, a few comedic missteps, slightly rushed edits, but when a film is made with much conviction, those fade into the fire. If Kantara was faith, Kantara Chapter 1 is transcendence. Watch it on the biggest screen possible, feel the drums, the chants, the dust, the divinity, and surrender, because cinema like this doesn't come often. So that was my review of Kantara Chapter 1. What did you think of the film? Did it live up to your expectations? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Film Relic for more cinematic deep dives. Until next time, stay tuned, stay cinematic.